So there is a question that a lot of people have been asking lately, which is valid because I've asked it myself, and that is, has the Black Ops 6 Zombies storyline been spoiled? Has the plot of what's going to take place in that game to do with our characters and how they'll end up, Weaver, Grey, Carver and Maya, which are a dedicated crew that we'll be playing as, well, has their storyline been ruined? As we get closer to the end of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies now, we are on the final season. You may think that's weird because we are currently on season 5, I believe, but Treyarch have confirmed this is the end of the storyline. It will finish this time around in season 5, so in season 6 we'll get nothing. But we've already seen from the intro what happened to Weaver, Grey, Carver and Dr. Strauss. And so, because Modern Warfare 3 Zombies is a sequel to Black Ops 6 Zombies, it totally spoils a huge plot of what's going to happen in that game. Modern Warfare 3 Zombies takes place in current day in the year 2021. We can see in the intro cutscene, Weaver, Grey, Carver and Strauss lying dead around this table. Their bodies are heavily decomposed. We know they died sometime after August 15th in 1996. Their bodies have been here lying around this table for a very long time. Black Ops 6 Zombies takes place 5 years after Forsaken, so in the year 1991 I believe it is, 5 or 6 years after, in the first two maps, which are Liberty Falls and Terminus. We don't quite know the storyline that's going to be told on Liberty Falls. All we know is an outbreak happened there, potentially to do with Richtofen, and we are playing as a special operations unit that has been sent to investigate the area. But in Terminus, because that is a sequel to Forsaken's ending in Cold War, where we saw Richtofen, who was the director of Requiem, lock up all of these characters, Weaver, Grey, Dr. Strauss and Carver were sent to Black Site 13, which is this prison on this Terminus island. And now 5 or 6 years later, we see in Black Ops 6's intro, they escape this prison. The only character that we don't see is Dr. Strauss. Replacing him is Maya, who, along with Dr. Peck, travelled to this island to break the characters out. But if we know these characters die later on in 1996, just a few years after this, well, that's a massive spoiler. If that's something that Treyarch are going to show us towards the end of Black Ops 6, perhaps in DLC 3 or DLC 4, or should I say Season 4 or maybe Season 6, I would think their death is something we would see later on into the game's life cycle. Otherwise, they'd have to give us a different set of characters to play as for the rest of the game. But you can see the problem here. We know these characters, the characters we are playing as in Black Ops 6, Weaver, Grey, Carver and Strauss, even though Strauss isn't to be seen here, we know they die. And more than likely, that will be an event that we witness in Black Ops 6 Zombies. So the question then becomes, well, if we know these characters are going to die, if we know that we're not going to be playing as them for long, and we kind of have hints how their death comes, then what's the point? What reason do we have to care about these characters? Whatever happens to them between this point escaping the prison on Terminus and in the couple of maps after that, well, we know they're going to die from unnatural causes, not through old age. Then what reason do I have to care about what happens to them? Because they are going to die. We know that. It is canon. Modern Warfare 3 Zombies is a sequel to what happens in Black Ops 6. As far as we're aware, this is what we've been told, Modern Warfare 3 Zombies takes place after Black Ops 6 Zombies, so their death has to be canon. They can't come up with the excuse later on that Modern Warfare 3 Zombies was, for example, an alternate reality, an alternate ending, but in Black Ops 6 they will somehow go on to live. They could have come up with that if we still had a multiverse. They could have gone down that route and surprised us all and gone, haha, that was actually a trick. Yes, they died in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, but that was in an alternate universe, and the one we are following, the one that is canon, is different in Black Ops 6. Whilst that would make Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, in my opinion, less relevant, it would kind of make me think, well, that was all a waste then. Everything we learned in that game didn't matter in the end. That would be a way to get out of it, and that would be a big twist. It would be a surprise. But the multiverse doesn't exist anymore, so Weaver, Grey, Carver and Strauss's death is canon. They are going to die in Black Ops 6. We know that, and so in my opinion, just how I'm feeling about this, like I said, I haven't thought about this for a long time, not since, I don't know, November of last year when it was first shown to us. It hasn't really crossed my mind again since then, but yeah, a pretty big plot of what's going to happen to these characters, of what we more than likely will be witnessing at the end of Black Ops 6, has already been spoiled. It's like, I don't know, because we haven't really been in a situation like this where a future Zombies game is a prequel. For example, Black Ops 1 was a sequel to World at War, so was Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, they all took place after one another, so did Black Ops 4. I suppose you could say Vanguard Zombies was relatively similar, but where it differed was that was a prequel to Cold War. However, because we'd already had Cold War before it didn't really make a difference because everything we were told in Vanguard was new information to us, and it didn't affect either's storyline. There wasn't a big reveal that we were aware of. It was still a surprise to us. So in that scenario, Vanguard Zombies released after Cold War, but because Modern Warfare 3 Zombies released before Black Ops 6, even though it's a sequel, a huge zombies plot has been spoiled by this game. There's probably loads of examples out there with movies and video games. The only one I can think of is Red Dead Redemption, how Red Dead 1 was a sequel to Red Dead 2, even though it released before. We found out in Red Dead Redemption 1 that John Marston was going to die, so we knew that by the time we came to play Red Dead Redemption 2 that John was going to die. However, it felt a little bit different because John wasn't really a main character in Red Dead 2. I cared much more about Arthur than what I did John. I knew he was going to die, but because the focus on Red Dead Redemption 2 was on a totally different character, I was emotionally invested in him, Arthur. However, with Black Ops 6 Zombies, the focus is these 4 characters, Weaver Gray, Carver, and Maya. Strauss is somewhere else, but these are the main characters. We know they are going to die, as we've seen in Modern Warfare 3, so for me to now have to get invested in these characters for Black Ops 6 Zombies, even though we haven't come to play it yet, I just have a feeling it's going to be more difficult for me to do this time around. Imagine if Black Ops 3 Zombies revealed the fate of what happened to our characters in Tag der Toten. Imagine if BO3 Zombies revealed that at the end of BO4, Richtof and Takeo, Nikolai and Dempsey would die, and then when it came to us playing Black Ops 4, knowing that from the beginning, a pretty big plot, I think I would have been less invested in those characters. I think I would have cared less what happened to Richtof and Takeo, Nikolai and Dempsey in Blood of the Dead, in Classified, in Alpha Omega. And to be honest, it might be even worse because I really don't care about these characters that much. Because Cold War didn't do a good job, in my opinion, of building a rapport with them, of building a relationship with them, because these weren't playable characters in that game. Weaver was in the background talking to you, so was Gray and Carver. Maya wasn't even a character. Dr. Strauss is nowhere to be seen. It was almost impossible to build a relationship with them in Cold War. This will be the first time we get to play as them. This should be the game that we get to build a relationship with them, and to know that, well, they're gonna die by the end of it anyway, I'm not sure if I can do that. I'm not sure how it's gonna go. It's not like I love Weaver and I'm pretty sad that he's going to die. I don't really care. It's not like I'm emotionally invested in Carver's life story or Dr. Gray. I'm not bothered about these characters, so that might soften the blow to know that they're not gonna last long. But one thing that I was really missing from Cold War, which I was really hopeful for in Black Ops 6 Zombies that I might get again, was that feeling between us, the players, and the characters we are playing as. That emotion was missing in Cold War because we played as operators. To know that we were finally getting a dedicated cast of characters in Black Ops 6 Zombies again, I was super excited for. One of the things I love about the Zombies storyline is the emotion that's put into it, and one of the biggest outputs of that is the characters you play as. Funny quotes that they come out with, conversations that they have between one another, the relationship that they have between them, and you see build up throughout map to map. That was impossible in Cold War and has now been brought back in Black Ops 6, but if there's only going to be 4 to 5 maps to build that relationship between the characters and you, is that a long enough amount of time for that process to happen, considering with those older characters it was built upon games, not just a few maps? And 2, is it even possible knowing that, well, they'll be dead in a year's time anyway? In our time, not in their time. By the time the next Call of Duty game comes out in 2025. These characters will be dead. Like I said, I totally forgot about this until I saw Bob over on Twitter say, after having a large amount of Black Ops 6 Zombies plot spoiled by Modern Warfare Zombies, there better be a pretty large twist we haven't seen yet to make up for it. Milo was confused as to what he was going on about, so a lot of people clarified that even for them, Modern Warfare 3 Zombies pretty much spoiled straight away that the Requiem crew would die shortly after Black Ops 6, and that Samantha is never saved from the Dark Ether. But it seems like a lot of other people are feeling this same issue as well. This was our chance to have a dedicated cast of characters back again and hopefully build up an emotional relationship with them, but if we're only going to experience them for one game and we know they're going to die by the end of it, then is it a bit pointless? And will that make the end of Black Ops 6 Zombies less exciting and surprising? Unless Treyarch pull off an even bigger plot twist and reveal that Modern Warfare 3 Zombies was in an alternate timeline, even though we know the multiverse is destroyed, so how they'd come up with that, I don't know. It is a video game, they could do whatever they want. Unless Treyarch come up with something, well, we know what's going to happen at the end of Black Ops 6 Zombies. There's no surprise. As with every Zombies game, when it comes to DLC 4, there is always a big shock. That end cutscene gives us something that we never expected. So in Black Ops 1 at the end, we blew up the moon and Samantha switched bodies with Richthofen. We would have never expected that. In Black Ops 2, we went back to Origins with the Primus crew, a brand new set of characters. In Black Ops 3, we had Revelations where the cycle reset with Dr. Monty sending us back to the Great War. In Black Ops 4, the multiverse was destroyed, Primus and Ultimus died. In Black Ops Cold War, Richthofen was revealed to be the director. That was kind of the big shock in that game, but there was really no big ending like we've seen previously because it was supposed to continue on in Black Ops 6. But in Black Ops 6, it's already been revealed to us what the main plot is going to be, unless there's something even bigger. It's that Weaver, Grey, Carver and Strauss will die trying to rescue Samantha. So I'm wondering, one, where is the surprise going to be? There will be something else, but surely it can't top the death of our main cast of characters. And two, well, what reason should I have for caring about them? It's going to be interesting to see how Treyarch play this one, because they'll know all of this as well. Surely they would have also thought this. So there has to be something else that they're planning. Otherwise, this sucks. So yeah, there we go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, hopefully you've enjoyed the video today. If you have, drop a like rating. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest videos on the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.